video we're going to take a look at the new supplies and work order tracking system installed in the barn at the farm. This will help farmers keep track of who has ordered what for the barn. So over here is where we've got the box, and we take a look inside and we can see that these are things that farmers will order from various people on the server that they need to do their job. So farmers use swords for culling the cows, and hoes for tilling the fields, shears for shearing sheep wool, buckets for milking the cows, and then fertilizers for growing grass and flowers, red for red flowers, yellow for yellow flowers, blue for blue flowers, and then the green fertilizer is for other crops. The green fertilizer doesn't grow grass or flowers. And then the farmers require glass bottles to ship milk bottles to the kitchen when the chef orders that stuff. So really quickly here, it's pretty straightforward. When the farmers want to order swords, they do so from the blacksmith, and the black wool represents blacksmiths. And you can see here, hoes come from the blacksmiths, shears come from the blacksmiths, and buckets come from the blacksmiths as well. So because I can't stack swords to indicate that farmers can order 8 swords, we just have to put the 1 there. So farmers can order 8 swords, they can order 8 hoes, 8 shears, and 8 buckets as well. So what a farmer does is when they come in here and they realize they want to order some swords, in this case they don't need any, but what they would do is if they wanted to order swords, 8 swords, they would put this down here and then go and write the work order. And when that work order comes back in the receiving box with the swords, the farmers can then let their other farmer buddies know that the swords have been received. So same thing applies to hoes, shears, and buckets. In the case of fertilizers, we're dealing with stacks. So right now the farmers have no stacks of fertilizer, and if farmers want to top up their work orders or their fertilizer supply, they could actually, right now, being that they have none, they could order 8 stacks of red, and then do a work order for 8 stacks of yellow, and a work order for 8 stacks of blue, a work order for 8 stacks of green. They would write those work orders and put the fertilizer down below. And with glass bottles for milk, it's the same thing. 8 stacks of glass bottles come from the carpenter. So brown denotes carpenter, and the cyan here denotes landscaper. So the landscapers are the ones that make the fertilizer. So it's pretty straightforward. This is how farmers can let other farmers know that they've ordered that stuff. Because if a farmer came in this morning and said, "Oh, we're out of fertilizer, better order some up," and then they did, and then another farmer would come on and see the same thing. So and then they would order fertilizer as well. Then we'd end up with too much fertilizer out at the barn. So this is a good way for farmers to communicate with each other that they've ordered something. So that's pretty much how it works. That's all there's to that. Thanks.